I'm going to show you something that you can do on your bow. If you're ever going to replace your center serving, I'm going to show you something that you can do that'll really tell you in an easy way what the absolute perfect serving choice is for how your nock fits. Because some will fit one way, and then some will fit another way, right? How that fit is going to be imperative. So I'm just going to tell you something that I've done on my bows, and once I do it on a string, I just write it down and I know that exactly what type of center serving choice I need to make so that my type of nock fits perfectly anytime I reserve that string. Which, if you're going to keep a string and take care of a string, the string itself, the integrity sometimes gets better as it breaks in, honestly, the repeatability of it. But the center serving is something that you may have to change a few times. So one of the questions that relates to this is, when I do my center servings, do I prefer the tail under the serving? So a tail, and I'll show you that, under or no tail? And people ask me which diameter. Now, the two most popular diameters are going to be a .018 and a .021 are going to be the most popular for me in the nocks that I shoot. But when you have the tail under, that diameter will be a little bit bigger because obviously you're laying something underneath it, so the circumference will be larger. When there is no tail, it's going to be the tightness of the material that you have, and that's it. Now, if you lay a tail under a bigger one, well, now you have a bigger diameter under a bigger, so there's like all these little, one might fit like this, one might fit like that, and like that. But you don't know unless you do it. Here's how I do it. All right, so I have a .021 right here. And so what I'm going to do is, if this was a brand new string where I've removed a serving, here I've already done this a little bit, but let's say you've taken your bowstring, you removed your center serving, and now right in the middle just do this little thing. You're going to take the .021 and you can start a little serving. You don't have to get too crazy on these knots, but I'm just going to start a little serving like this. Make sure your tension's good. And I'm going to serve it for about a ½ inch with that tail underneath. Then I'm going to remove the tail, and I'm just going to finish this up, go about another ½ inch with no tail, and then I will back serve a piece quickly. Okay, and your back serves don't have to be excessive. You're really not going to use this right here for too much. So pull that through. Now what you can do is you can then do that same thing but with that .18. So what's really cool about this, if you take your center serving off and you really want to fine tune your center serving, which honestly almost all stock bowstrings, I replace the center serving when I get them out of the box. That's just me, even if it's a well-built string. So I'm going to go ahead and do that a few times. Take this tail out. Then I'm going to continue that serve. So this is a .018, but it is green, just so you guys will be able to see the difference here. So I'm just going to back serve this quick. So with this experiment, if you take your .018 and your .021 and you do 1/2 inch tail under, then remove that tail. Now what's really cool is you have these 2 little test spots where you can test, okay, there's my fit right there, which is pretty dang nice, a .018 no tail. Go to the tail, well, that's tight. Okay, so now take the same one over here to the 2-1, I'm gonna guess no tail. I mean, that feels pretty good. That's a tough choice, but I think the 2-1 no tail is the clear winner right there. So that's an awesome way for you to just take the string that you have and know your exact center serving. Take the sizes that you have in question, again, .018, .021, or .025, those are probably going to be them. You can do those little test serves, tail under 1/2, no tail on the other 1/2, and you can just go right down the line. And honestly, if you have a lighted knock, a lot of times the lighted knock won't fit the same as your non-lighted knocks, your stock knocks. So doing the same thing with your lighted knock right now while we've done this, and then you'll know, okay, for lighted knock, I actually want the 1/8 tail under. Honestly, that would be my guess. It would fit perfect. And then once you've done that, go ahead and remove these 2 little servings that you put on there, and then do the real thing, that time for real, as tight as you can get it, and you're going to be set with the perfect knock fit using those 2 little test strips.